Imagine a universe where there are multiple dimensions layered on top of each other, but not in the way of parallel universes. Instead, these dimensions are like layers of reality that coexist and overlap. The beings that inhabit these dimensions are interdimensional in the sense that they can perceive and interact with multiple layers of reality simultaneously. For example, in our dimension, they might appear as ordinary humans, but in another dimension, they could be entirely different forms, like energy-based beings or creatures with different physical laws. Their ability to shift between these layers allows them to influence events in subtle, sometimes even unseen ways in our reality. In this story, the interdimensional beings might be kind of guardians or observers, ensuring balance across dimensions. Or they could be more like explorers, curious about the differences and the interconnectedness of everything. These interdimensional beings gradually realize that the balance between their layers of reality and ours is under threat. They notice subtle disturbances, like anomalies in our reality that could lead to catastrophic consequences. In the climax, they work together to mend the fabric between dimensions, using their unique abilities to stabilize the overlaps. Through their efforts, they restore harmony, preventing any disastrous outcomes. In the end, their success not only saves both their own dimensions and ours, but it also deepens the understanding between the beings and humans. It ends on a hopeful note, highlighting how cooperation and awareness can bridge even the most complex realities. In this narrative, there could definitely be a spectrum of interdimensional beings. On the positive side, some beings would be dedicated to maintaining balance, promoting harmony, and fostering understanding across dimensions. They'd be like guardians, helping to prevent conflicts and guide both humans and their own kind towards a better coexistence. On the flip side, there could be negative beings who seek to exploit these overlaps for their own gain. They might cause disturbances, manipulate realities for selfish purposes, or even try to dominate multiple dimensions. This conflict would create tension and drive the narrative, as the positive beings work to counteract the negative influences. This dynamic would add depth and complexity, showing that interdimensional beings aren't just one-dimensional or purely benevolent. They have their own motivations and conflicts. In this scenario, we could be influenced in subtle but profound ways. For instance, we might experience unexplained phenomena like déjà vu, intuition, or sudden bursts of creativity that seem to come from nowhere. These could be glimpses of overlapping dimensions. In addition, we might sometimes feel a sense of interconnectedness or a deeper understanding of the universe, even if we can't quite place why. On the flip side, negative influences could lead to feelings of unease, confusion, or even irrational fears stemming from those interdimensional disturbances. In essence, our emotions, thoughts, and even certain events could be influenced by these dimensional overlaps, even if we're not fully aware of it. It adds a layer of mystery and depth to our everyday experiences. One way interdimensional beings could influence us through the ether is by subtly manipulating the energy fields around us. For example, they could affect electromagnetic fields, which might lead to unusual electrical phenomena or even mysterious malfunctions in technology. They could also interact with our consciousness through subtle vibrations or frequencies that we might perceive as intuition, gut feelings, or even dreams. These influences could be gentle nudges, guiding us toward certain decisions or creative insights without us consciously realizing it. In terms of space, they might be able to traverse the fabric of space-time, causing ripples that affect planetary and cosmic phenomena. This could manifest as changes in weather patterns, subtle shifts in gravitational fields, or even anomalies in the way we perceive time and space. Overall, the influence would be subtle and interconnected, weaving through the ether in ways that shape our reality in both visible and invisible manners. In ancient Sumerian mythology, the gods were often believed to have come from the heavens and to have had an influence on humanity through their advanced knowledge and technology. Some interpretations suggest that these gods, the Anunnaki, could have been interdimensional beings or even extraterrestrial visitors who interacted with humanity. If we weave the concept of the ether into that narrative, it could mean that the Sumerian gods might have had the ability to tap into these interdimensional fields or the ether itself, granting them extraordinary powers and insights. This could also explain their advanced understanding of astronomy, agriculture, and other sciences that seemed almost divine to the ancient people. In essence, the ether could serve as the bridge between our dimension and theirs, making it possible for them to influence and guide humanity in ways that we might now interpret as myth or legend. The concept of the ether has a long history. In ancient and medieval philosophy, the ether was thought of as a fifth element, a substance that filled the universe beyond the terrestrial sphere. It was considered the medium through which light and other celestial phenomena traveled. In more modern times, especially in the 19th century, the ether was hypothesized as a medium for the propagation of light waves. Scientists once believed that light needed a medium to travel through, much like sound waves travel through air. In contemporary discussions, the ether is often thought of more metaphysically or even as a kind of field that underlies the fabric of space and time. Some theories, like quantum field theory, suggest that the vacuum of space itself is filled with fields that can influence particles and energy. So, in a modern, more speculative context, the ether can be seen as the fundamental medium or field that connects all things in the universe, allowing for these interdimensional interactions.